Hello everybody. Yes, it's that time in the month again. Time to do another Retro Games Collection update video whereby I basically tell you what stuff I got in the past month. Anything gaming related, of course. Now, I do apologise. This is actually the second time I've had to do this video. Last time I did it was a couple of weeks back, and one of the things I did get was a package from the Retro Store, which is a shop based in Glasgow. They got an online website, and they do a similar thing, similar to what March Gamebox did. Basically, you can basically pay the money and give them, and they'll send you a lovely package of randomly selected games for a chosen system. And now I did the unboxing and everything and stuff, and it was fine. I was happy with the original video and things. The only problem was that I was going to basically add my own footage of the games to my video, as well as like put things music on the background and stuff. But unfortunately, the past couple of weeks I've just been really bummed out, and I never actually probably sat down and played them. So the video just sort of like sat there waiting to be fully edited and things, and it just never happened. So yeah, I've been a bit bummed out past couple of weeks. Mate's been busy with a few bits, but we've done a bit DIY downstairs, basically changing the wallpaper and things, and in the end I've just basically I don't know, just not really been in the mood to basically play the game. So the footage never came because I did sort of think about using somebody else's footage, but I thought that's not really a good thing to do, and I was going to do portable plays on them anyway and things, but like I said, I just never got around to playing the games. Just felt really bummed out. But I do still have the original video. So what I'll do is so what I'll do is I will show you the unboxing from that particular video in a minute. But also I have picked up a few more extra bits, extra things since I recorded that video. So hence that's why I'm doing another one. Right. Well, first of all, well, I won't show you the unboxing video until the end. I will first of all show you what other things I've got. Okay. Right. Now, if those of you remember last month, I picked up a Japanese Sega, not a Japanese Sega Mega Drive. No, I basically managed to get my hands on a modded Sega Mega Drive, which allows you to play games from all regions. So I have since gone and picked up my very first Japanese game for the Mega Drive, and this is Wani Wani World. This was a game that was never released outside Japan, plays entirely in English, and it is a cutesy platforming arcade game. And some of you may know I love my cutesy arcadey games, Bubble Bobble, Bust a Move, and Rainbow Islands and other things. So this game was like instant appeal. So basically the whole idea is that this one you play is like this little alligator dude thing. Very cute looking actually. He goes around with his massive great big mallet. And the whole idea is you have to basically clear the enemies off the screen simply by basically making holes in the ground. They fall into them, and then you have to sort of like cement the ground up or make them fall to their deaths. So yeah, it's sort of like it's a mix between Bubble Bobble meets Load Runner, basically, and it's a rather interesting gameplay mechanic. The only downside of this one is that you can't use your hammer as a projectile, which I think is a bit weird. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird mechanic, that one. And you also can't basically get enemies. You can't attack your enemies when you're on the bottom ground, which I think is a bit odd. But it's a fun little game. Certainly, it's certainly very Japanese, very cutesy. Yeah, it's like I said, it's sort of a Bubble Bobble meets Load Runner type game. So yeah. Nice Japanese artwork. Love Japanese artwork, I do, really do. And it comes with the manual and the cartridge. This is what a Japanese Sega Mega Drive cartridge looks like, or Genesis if you live in America. Yeah, I love the design of Japanese carts. I prefer them to the Western cartridges because they got like this sort of like honeycomb side thing here, and it's really good. Really good. Yeah, my modded Mega Drive has actually got the cartridge slot nicely widened, and to fit these cartridges in. And yeah, it's a good game. Really good fun little game, this one. So yeah, I think this one I paid about $16.99. I think so. Not uber cheap, but yeah, I wanted to get a box complete copy of these because I always tend to find a set of all nowadays where if I get a game that's in Japanese, if I get a Japanese game, I always want to get them boxed complete because the artwork on Japanese, at least most Japanese games anyway, are absolutely stunning. So yeah, really good. Quite chuffed with that one. Right. Okay, the next one is the next game I did get was this. Well, this is one I did recently pick up. As far as some of you may know, I've been collecting games for the Sega Game Gear, trying to get a full collection, pretty much, at least of all the PAL ones. Well, I managed to get one PAL game this month, but very expensive this one, so just the one. The game I picked up was the Itchy and Scratchy game for the obviously for the Sega Game Gear, with the manual as well and the cartridge in a case, no box. Yes, this was one I did have back in the day as a kid. And I remember this one being really difficult, really frustratingly difficult, and difficult. But I did have this one, and plus this, I think this now actually means that I think, at least from what I've got, from what I remember playing when I was a kid, I think I've at least now got every single game that I had on my Game Gear when I was a kid, thanks to this. This one was really difficult to get hold of because, like I said, this was quite expensive. This is quite an expensive game, and the reason why it's expensive is because it's a rare game. The reason for it being rare is because it was a very late release for the Sega Game Gear, released in 1995, and it generally did not get very good reviews in magazines and things, so very few people bought it. In fact, I think a lot of the reviews were really quite negative. So my criticism of this one is it's not a bad game. It's not terrible. I've played worse. I just remember this one being really, really difficult and quite repetitive as well. But nevertheless, I did get some fun out of it. And it's Itchy and Scratchy. You know, those cartoon characters from The Simpsons. You know, what's not to like? So yeah, and it's in really good shape. The manual's in absolute spanking condition. It really is beautiful. But yeah, I don't really care much for manuals though. The only reason why I got it with a manual is because this was the only one going at the time. So, but it's nice to have. Adds a little bit of value to your game. And yeah, so I'm quite chuffed to bits now that I've got this one. But yeah, I did have to pay quite a bit for this one. £39. Yes. Yeah, well, $38.99 I paid for this one, and the P&P was free. So yeah, so Itchy and Scratchy for the Sega Game Gear. So there's that one. Right, now I did recently. Now yesterday, in fact, I went into CEX as what I usually do, and I bought some PlayStation 2 games, some more PS2 games, I say, for about I think I picked up 4 games for about £6.50 total. I think I didn't pay very much for each of these games. Majority are probably going to be absolutely terrible. I've got this knack of going into CEX at the moment, buying all their really crappy PS2 games because they're like 50p. Bargain, fantastic. But this one, it's like, I know I haven't played any of these games, but I do know one of them is meant to be a classic, and in fact, it's from a series that I consider a classic series of games. But we'll get to that. Right. Well, the first game I got on the pile is this is a film that I absolutely loved as a kid. I didn't even know they turned this into a PlayStation 2 game. It's probably going to be absolutely terrible. It looks terrible. It looks really bad, but it is An American Tail. So yeah, £2 paid for this one. This one is with the disc and the manual, and in its box. It's in quite nice shape. I think the disc itself is almost immaculate. Barely a scratch on it. So yeah, really lovely condition. Fantastic. £2, and it does look terrible. I mean, look at the screenshots for a PlayStation 2 game released in 2007. Probably can't see it too well clear on the screen, but it's pretty bad. But I love the film. I absolutely adore the film. I do. It's a classic film. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Yeah, especially if you love watching the old Don Bluth films like Land Before Time and things. Yeah, definitely consider it a classic film. But yeah, the game, I have absolutely no idea. It does look terrible. In fact, one thing I do know, it's made by a company called Blast. Probably can't see it behind the sticker there, but there's the Blast label. They're infamous. They did one of the most infamous games on the PlayStation 2, and that was Little Britain, Little Britain, the video game. Oh god, that game was bad. Oh dear. But yeah, An American Tail. Next game I got from there was I absolutely love dragons. So when I saw this, I thought I've got to pick this up. We have Dragon Rage. This one also £2. This is a slightly earlier release. You can always tell when they're slightly early releases because the PlayStation 2 logo on the front is a little bit smaller than the later ones. This is from 2007, I think, by the looks of it. Yeah, 2007. This one is from, is it? 2001. So yeah, so very early PlayStation 2 game made by 3DO as well. So this one is with the manual and the box. Now I have heard of this game, but I've never played it. But I do see. I think you call this one. You basically go on flying as dragons and basically burning things and whatnot. Things. So this could be a great laugh. So yeah, so I'm happy I've got that. So yeah, likewise, I haven't played any of these PlayStation 2 games yet, by the way. So anyway, and the next one I picked up, I thought I had no idea they did. This is one cartoon which I have absolutely no idea they did a game of for the PlayStation 2. Loved this cartoon back in the day, guys. I cannot express how such a fan I was of this cartoon when I was a kid. But we have Animaniacs: The Great Edgar Hunt. This one is also £2. Yeah, £2. This one is just the no manual for this one, but it's just the disc in the box. This one's like some kind of cartoon platform game, but yeah, can't wait to play this one because I absolutely loved the Animaniacs. They were just funny as hell. Oh, if you haven't seen any of the cartoons, go and watch them right now. Stop watching this video. Go and watch an episode of this right now. This cartoon is phenomenal. Loved it. Loved it. Likewise, I've no idea if this game's any good or not. It's probably absolutely terrible. So, but likewise, I bought it because I love the Animaniacs. Who doesn't love the Animaniacs? So there you go. Right, last game I got from there. Now this is the one I know is an absolute classic, probably because it's from one of my favourite series ever. People consider this one to be really good. But this is one game in the series that I've not played, but I did know about this at the time. This was actually one of the launch titles, but it is Super Buster Move. I paid 50p for it. So yes, bargain. This one is with the manual and the disc. I think it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those blue CD-ROM type games. It's Buster Move. What more do you want? Fantastic. Absolutely love this, and I'm willing to give this one a go. So there you go. Right, so that's all the PlayStation 2 games I did get from CEX. I did get one more PlayStation 2 game from the one of the local charity shops. I think I paid about £1 or £2 for this one. But we have Shadow of Rome. Never heard of this one. It's made by Capcom, so it might be good. They did games like God Hand and the Maximo series. Talking of which, I did actually start to play Maximo a while back, but that game just whoops my ass every time. This one is with the manual and the disc. Looks to be some kind of action game. I think maybe similar to something like God of War, but set in the time of the Romans, maybe rated 18+. So expect lots of violence and gore. Yeah, Rome 44 BC. There you go. So yeah, Shadow of Rome. So there you go. Right. Okay. Right. Next one. Right. This isn't a game. This is a brand new bit of hardware I picked up. And well, let's just say that thanks to courtesy of this bit of hardware, I can now start collecting games for another console. Right, this is the RetroPort adapter. think I paid about £16–17 for this one. And what it is, it's an adapter for your Super Nintendo that allows you to play NES games on it. Yes, you're probably wondering how it works. Well, it's because with this one, this is actually a console built into a SNES cartridge. The idea is that you put it into your Super Nintendo, and all the Super Nintendo does is provide it with power and joypad input. But it has its own AV out. With the switches there, AV out. Yeah, it's got its own AV lead, so it has to have its own separate hookup. It allows you to play NES games. I think compatibility isn't amazing with this one, from what I've heard. There's some games have a few issues, but the majority the majority of NES games will work on it. This one, I should also point out that this particular cartridge it only outputs 60 Hz, so a lot of your PAL games might run a bit fast, but so far it's never been a big issue. So there you go. That is the Retro Port. Now, of course, with a brand new console, I've got to get some games, haven't I? So right, the first game I got here is, well, it's an absolute classic. You can't have a NES without this game. Super Mario Brothers with the sleeve. So yeah, I probably picked this one up because I just wanted to, because I needed to get at least 2 games to test whether this works or not. And so yeah, I've got this one and another game. And the other game I got was this one. I had to get box complete because I played this game through emulation in the past, and it is an absolute classic game. I love this one to bits. I had to get this one boxed because I really wanted it that badly, in such good nick. And that is Little Nemo, the Dream Master. Yes, this one is box complete. It comes with a little plastic case. And let's open it up. Yes, I have actually opened this up and played the game. This one is literally boxed and complete. You got your cartridge, and inside you'll have inside you've got your sleeve and the manual. It's a bit creased, unfortunately, so it's not in mint condition. But yeah, like I said, I really wanted the box complete copy of this because this game is wonderful. It really is. Based on the 1989 film, I think. Yeah, I think there was a film, Little Nemo, wasn't there? I've never seen it. No, I have not seen it at all. But I think from what I've heard, it's held in quite high regard. So I'll definitely have to give it a watch. So I shall have to do that. But nevertheless, this is Little Nemo, the Dream Master, developed by Capcom as well. So yeah, so very happy to have this. So yeah, absolutely chuffed to bits. So there you go, Little Nemo, the Dream Master. Right, so I'll just get this last flap on. Hang on. There we go. That's it. Right. Now, before I do the unboxing, one more thing I've actually managed to pick up. It's not an actual game. It's not a bit of hardware, but it is retro gaming related. And I managed to pick this up because I wanted to get back into doing some old programming on the old ZX Spectrum, and so I picked up this brand new Spectrum Basic typing book. This is the ZX Spectrum Games Code Club. 20 fun games to type in, learn, and extend. Written by a guy named Gary Plowman. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, 20 little games that you can program up in BASIC with the listings as well. I've typed up 1 or 2 of the games already. I will be doing a full review of this one. Basically going through every single game because I want to program up every single game that's in here and review it for this channel. So yeah, so there you go. I think this one I picked up from. You can pick this one up from Amazon. I paid $12.99 for the print version. You can also get a Kindle one for $4.99 as well. So it's not. It doesn't look to be a very big book, but there's quite a few programs. You know, they'll work on all spectrums, including the 16K ones, because they're only like little games at like 5K sort of things. But yeah. there you go. So yeah, very chuffed to bits, and I can't wait to try out all the games in here. So right, that was all the new pickups that I had since the last video. Aside from Whiny World and the Retroport and NES Games adapter and things. Those ones I did actually mention in my previous video. But anyway, onto the unboxing. So that's all my pickups for this month, apart from my package that I'm yet to open up. Well, let's tuck in and see what we get. This is a NES box. This is a NES game package, by the way. And for those of you who know the Retro Store, it's a shop that they got a web. It's a shop based in Glasgow. They've got a website set up. I'll put a link key down below. And they don't just do retro games and things. They do things. They sell things like old. They do lots of things to retro. They do things like music records, tapes, and things. They even sell record players and things like old cameras and whatnot. And you know, it's just retro in general. And they do a service similar to what my Retro Game Box used to do. This one with Retro Store, you can get it's like you can either get a single package for £15 with 3 games for the console of your choice. I went for NES. They also do a £10 monthly subscription whereby they'll give you 3 random games for random consoles. But this is just a single one, just to give them a go. Now, I did actually use a coupon with this, probably because a friend of mine also bought a mystery package from them too, in fact, and she referred me, and I got I got a £10 off voucher. So normally where it's £15 plus £2 postage and packaging, I only had to pay £7 in total. So £7 I paid for this lot. So let's see what games we got. Let's open it up. Okay, right, I'm going to go in this totally blind. Right, oh, I can feel the sleeves. Okay, right, the first game we have is... Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. Oh, right, okay. Right. Okay, right. Two problems with this. One, I already have Super Mario Brothers on a loose cartridge, as I just showed you. And secondly, I can't play Duck Hunt because I don't have a real. I'm not going to be playing these games on a real NES. I'm going to be playing them on here, which of course means I can't plug in the Zapper light gun. Secondly, I don't have the Zapper light gun, and thirdly, I can't play it. Even if I had a fully working SNES with the Zapper light gun and things, I wouldn't be able to play it because I don't have access to a CRT television. So yeah. So yeah, I think this will be going up on eBay, or I'll give this away at some point. But nevertheless, good choices though. Yeah, definitely my sort of games. But it's a shame that I can't play Duck Hunt, and I've already got Super Mario Brothers. So yeah, so obviously not fault to you guys. If any of you from the Retro Store watching it, obviously not your fault. But you certainly picked the right sort of game. Oh yeah, I love Super Mario Brothers, and Duck Hunt I know it's meant to be a good game, but I'm just ashamed that I've got Super Mario Brothers and I can't play Duck Hunt. Right, next game I got is. Okay, right. We have WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge. Not into wrestling, unfortunately. Unfortunately, yes. But nevertheless, I will still give this a go. Might still be fun. But yeah, not into wrestling, I'm afraid. Unfortunately. So right, okay. So there's that one. And then right, the next one I got. Oh, this is this one. Oh, it's a black cartridge. Okay, right, we have Super Sports Challenge Quattro Sports. Well, it's a Codemaster sports game, so they might be right. BMX Simulator, Pro Tennis. I don't mind tennis games, actually. You've also got Baseball Pros and Soccer as well. Oh, okay, this is interesting. I'll definitely have to see if this one works on the Retro port. I'm guessing because this is Codemasters. Yeah, this is Codemasters 1992. This is like an unlicensed cartridge, I think. It's not one of those. It's strange enough, it's not one of those plug-through ones. And so yeah, nevertheless, I will give this a go. Right, so yeah, okay, not brilliant, but okay, not a brilliant box. I mean, obviously, can't really fault them for this one. This one, not their fault. But nevertheless, Super Mario Brothers is a great game, and Duck Hunt I know is meant to be really good as well, shooter game. But it's just a shame I can't play one of them. Already got the other, and I'm not massively into sports, but there's some types of sports I'm alright playing games on. Not particularly a fan of wrestling, unfortunately, and this one, but this one might have a few. I might have a go at maybe the tennis and the BMX simulator, maybe. So yeah, so it's all right. I might actually give the guys another go. I mean, likewise, I only paid £7 for these, so bargain, fantastic. Anyway, that's enough for me roughing on. That is the retro store packaging. So yeah, so sum it up. Yeah, I've got Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunts, WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge, and Super Sports Challenge, well, Quattro Sports from Codemasters. So yeah, that was my package from the retro store. Yeah, initially my thoughts were I was a bit mixed about it, mainly due to the fact that obviously I got a game which I already had and a game that I can't play, and getting 2 cartridges of sports games, which I'm not massively into, unfortunately. Final verdict is, I mean, obviously likewise the Mario Brothers and the Duck Hunt is still a misfire. Not the fact that it's not my type of game, it's just the fact that it's a cartridge that was no use to me. Not really keen, still not really. I've had a little play around with the wrestling game, still not quite getting on with that, shall I say. I'm still just not into wrestling, unfortunately. The sports game, however, cartridge is actually alright. it's actually got some quite good fun little games on there, which I've to sort of sit down and play for a bit and things. So so I still thought the price I paid, about £7 odd, was pretty good, but I'm just a bit. I was a little bit, maybe a little bit underwhelmed, shall I say? But I will give them another shot. Likewise, likewise, it was. I thought it's a good effort. I mean, obviously, the things for this one is you can't tell them what games you already have, and apparently, from what I've read on the site, you could actually there would have actually been a box whereby you could basically put down what type of games you like. I never saw that. So so for me that bag was like complete mystery. But yeah, I'll give them another try at some point in the future, definitely. So so fingers crossed. I don't know when though, but I shall think about it. So yeah, so that is my that is my pickups collection for this month. Yeah, sorry it took me a little while to get it up and running, but sorry it took me a while to get it up onto YouTube, but I never quite finished the original video, and so I just felt really bummed out to finish it. So, anyway, guys, so that is enough of me waffling on. I've got to go now, actually. So, anyway, in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and I shall be back again soon in another video. And in the meantime, goodbye for now.